Later, I called some men from Bakcha after I chased away the chort. They took the barrels with the cooked beer. Everything that was left in the cauldron was gone.
So much good beer wasted.
Looks like some Khaldun got involved.
Looks like it. Well, they're lucky to have you as a matchmaker.
You also keep your eyes peeled around Nikolai.
I will. Many Khalduns like to ruin weddings. You know how it...
Yes, and the guests are helpless. If you ruin a wedding, you can ruin the entire lives of the newlyweds.
That's all right. Just be attentive. You will protect them.
Right. I shouldn't expect any help from Fetka.
We'll manage even without Fetka. All right.
Tak, dobrý večer, přátelé. Dobrý večer, včera brzo, dneska nestíhám ani 10. No, tak. Jdeme se na to rychle vrhnout a něco maličko odehrát. Takže zase se nám to tady celý zresetovalo a zopakovalo. Takže si to tady zase nějak pořešíme. Tak, zase tady budeme muset vyslat nějaký tyhle stý. Co ty karty? Takže budu moc používat jakože bez toho, aniž bych vyslovil zaříkadlo, tak jakože 2 karty. Nebo co? Tady je silný vejst. Hodně silný vejst. Jo, toho tam mám. Asi se nechce ničeho zbavovat. Nic. Jdeme to tady ošéfovat.
God bless Vasilisa Fyodorovna.
God bless.
Bright sand for you. She doesn't let anyone touch the banya. Says you're the only one who can.
That's right. Tell her I'll be there soon. Get the decorations ready.
All right, I'm going then.
And I will go to the Nikolaevs to help prepare their procession. I'll be with the guests this evening. Be on the lookout. Don't forget about demons while you're looking out for coldoons. Who knows who's mixed up into this?
All right, Grandpa.
Greetings, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. I've fallen ill. Have fever of sorts. Look, My arms are all withered. The day's near when I won't be able to hold a plow.
What did you expect? Weren't you the one last year who got drunk, climbed the Church of the Trinity, and knocked down a bell from there, eh?
Yes, Yegor Yevlampovich. It was I. I come to you for repentance. Vasilisa Fyodorovna, heal me, please.
All right, I'll do something about it. One doesn't deserve to die because of this. Here, sit by the stove.
You whisper several healing zagovors, and the visitor feels better.
Oh, thank you, mistress. I won't squander this chance.
Okay. Tak. Už mám jenom 2 hříšky. Proška Vojpel. Tak jo. Tak kde mi? Svatba nás čeká.
Thank you for coming, Vasa. I've been crying the whole night. I have no strength left.
That's how it is. If you want a good marriage, you have to wail a bit.
I know. But it's not that simple. I won't miss the Abdericha much.
This way you'll get a taste of grief and cry, but your marriage life will be sweet.
Yes, we need to go to the banya soon. Decorate it properly. No one knows these rituals better than you.
All right, go cry about your hair. You can comment without me.
I will leave you a red ribbon.
No need, I'll manage.
Thank you, Vasa. I'll go then.
Well, to decorate it properly, I need to place birchesel on the path and tie ribbons around the banya. Time to get to work.
Okay.
Here are the decorations for the banya. Satin ribbons of different colors. You take the ribbons from the chest. There's nothing of interest left in the chest. Some birch branches lie here.
Tak, abych náhodou něco nepo.
It turned out pretty beautiful. It will also keep the bride safe. I'm truly a master. It turned out pretty beautiful. It will also keep the bride safe.
Okay. OK. Tak to je všechno. Už jdeme asi sem.
The old banya reminds you of the Abdericha. You chase away these gloomy thoughts. There's no need to go beneath the bench here. You're just decorating the walls. You are thinking about what color to decorate the banya.
Červenou.
The barrel jumps from side to side and sways as if it were alive. A small boy is sitting in the barrel. He clutches a flute in his hands and blows it with all his might.
Well, witch, today Petchka the witch hunter will expel you from this wedding.
Witch hunter? Stop blowing the flute. I'm here to help the bride.
Right, as if I'd believe ya.
The boy starts to torture his flute in a severe manner.
If he doesn't stop playing, my head will explode. I can bring him around, and the Khaldoons can help too. What was it that the bride and groom appointed me?
Matchmaker?
I did the matchmaking of the bride from the Bannock. You think I saved her to curse her wedding?
All right, I believe you. I heard that the Khaldoons curse weddings. I'm here to protect it.
What have you heard about Khaldoons? What have you heard about Khaldoons?
Do Khaldoons fight each other? One invites a Khaldoon over, and he turns out to be weak, like you.
What are you whispering there?
Nothing. So then comes another Khaldoon, a powerful one, and curses everything he sees, the wedding and the first Khaldoon.
Have you heard about Bannocks here?
I have. They grab the cursed and flay their skin. And the bride lived with them, they say. Is she an evil spirit too?
No, já jsem tady možná něco potatočkoval. Proč to tady není napsáno? Pak tady není, ale vzhledem k tomu, že ona mluvila o tom, že mi tam nechala tu nějakou rudou stuhu, tak snad jsme použili to správně. Sakra. Wedding protection. Jenomže tady není napsáno, co všechno je. Co se tam má dělat? No tak. Vám, že červená z toho byla OK.
No, she was rescued.
So, a powerful Khaldun helped her.
Yes, I went with the groom.
You wouldn't manage without a groom, I bet.
So, you think I can't manage? Will you help me to guard this wedding?
I can. Together, we can do it for sure. Defeat the Khalduns.
It's time for me to lead the bride to the banya.
I'll look after you, witch. Let's deal with it peacefully, all right?
After the preparations are made, it's time to accompany the bride to the banya. A crowd of people has gathered to watch the ritual. Everyone wants to hear the wailings of old and have a look at the decorations. You sweep the road in front of the bride so that no cursed items will be trodden upon.
Zatím se nic nestalo.
You warn the bride that guests from her side might show up soon. Chorts sent by the Abdiricha. You're right. As soon as the fire is lit in the banya, a demon appears.
Tak, dneska to vyřešíme. Takový potvůrky. A že na mě vejsty, jo? Šmejdí. No, pojďte. Tak, 2 HPčka. Takže bych to potřeboval, ale... Smrtka. Zase bude dávat ten.
After you catch your breath, you wash the bride while speaking the ritual Zagavers, and then help.
Tak, jdeme dál.
Carts with wedding guests have already started to arrive at the yard. There will be a wedding gathering this evening, so there's going to be quite a crowd. Nikolai is here, as well as old Yegor, the master of ceremonies, and the groom's relatives. The moment the guests enter the yard, the mother of the bride brings her daughter out.
You came! Jesus, so many people.
Well, we came, yes, so greet your guests.
No wind and then a gale. No guests and then a swarm.
Greetings, Yegor Yevlampovich, master of ceremonies.
Howdy! Soon we'll make you completely human.
Greetings, noble best man, my loyal friend.
Well, as they say in Sheridan, bonjour!
Greetings, betrothed.
Greetings. See, I'll fulfill my promise very soon.
Oh well, the evening won't start by itself. Time to drink for the bride.
Don't go ahead of the cart. When the master of ceremonies tells us to, then we will start.
Come on! You're too ceremonial. They do everything quicker in the city.
Right. And the people there will lose what's left of their souls soon. We'll start this wedding proper, as it's supposed to be started.
Oh, Jesus Christ, don't be angry, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. Yegor Yevlampovich, it will be as you say.
Unharness the horses and get ready for dinner. And I need to speak to you, matchmaker.
As you say, Yegor Yevlampovich, as you say. Come here, everyone.
Could you be a bit quicker, old man?
Come, come. You'll get what you're due soon enough.
Oj. Tak, asi všechny tady musíme
Not your typical
proklicnout.
bride. The others usually say goodbye to their home. I learned about this only recently.
You had a chance to see it. Not every cursed one has that chance.
That's right. But you'll help me if something goes wrong?
I didn't save you from a demon for nothing.
Thank you, Vasa.
Khaldoons often throw in a pod with 9 peas to prevent horses from passing. You search the haystack, but don't feel any cursed artifacts nearby.
Hey, Kola, prepare your coins. We have a song for you.
Hey, hit it! Petka, let's have some drums!
Hey, Kola, prepare your coins. We have a song for you.
Hey, hit it! Petka, let's have some drums!
Well, Vasilisa, we've been through fire together to end up here.
Wait a little bit. This feast will get pretty fiery soon.
Fetka, how are you doing after that night?
I don't quite remember what happened, Vaisa. I only know one thing. If it wasn't for you, the feast would have been my last. I won't forget it.
It turns out you're like a mother to everyone here.
Okay.
Everything is quiet at the moment. There are no Kolduns around except for you and old Igor. I'm keeping my eyes open. If I notice any chorts, I'll tell you.
Shorts? Regular people don't see them.
Wrong. Anyone can see a chort today. Have you heard about the carts with no horses? Who moves them if not chorts?
Well, I know that shorts spin the grindstones.
And who's pushing a cart if there are no cattle? Chorts! Who else? And then there's another thing. The locomotive, for instance. Oh! And have you heard about telegraph? Recently in Solikamsk, the telegraph chorts made such a ruckus. The peasants pulled down telegraph. It's a sort of nobility that they have a the graph. They cut the graph.
I've heard something about Pele the Graph.
Be on the lookout. Pele the Graph himself may show up.
Tak. Co je s podlahou?
If there's any cursed wool in the bride's way, it will bring bad luck. If it's bare wool, the procession might not be able to pass at all. You inspect the floor, but you don't notice any cursed artifacts.
Okay.
So that's how life turns out to be. For so many years, I've been raising a log, and my daughter was suffering from demons. Oh, Jesus Christ. How did it happen? Forgive me, Lord.
Your child wasn't growing, so why didn't you visit a knower?
I called a doctor, and he said that it's a kind of a scientific disease.
All diseases come from demons. Why are you listening to doctors? Be glad that Nikolai got to us.
Že by to byl tam ten doktor. Ahoj, mami, dobrý večer.
Oh, I don't even know how to thank you, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. My daughter will do well with such a matchmaker.
Že by v tom měl prsty.
Are you happy with the groom?
Oh, we couldn't hope for better. Practical, has served in the army. What more could you wish for?
Your daughter is an enviable bride.
I myself couldn't have brought her up better. Lord, forgive me, but how could you say that she grew up with demons? No one would believe it. And such a dowry. Even I got a belt, just like my daughter's. I don't know who sent it, though.
Pokecáme s Egorem ještě.
How can you live with this friend of yours? I just don't get it.
He's all right. A funny guy. Anyway, I want to speak to you about something else. We need to guard this wedding. Notice anything?
Right, instead of Fetka. But no, everything seems proper.
Keep your eyes open. Don't give any curse a chance to settle.
Have you sensed anything wrong?
The horses were reluctant to go when the procession was leaving the gates. I whispered a bit, and it sort of improved. But these things don't happen without reason. Why don't you have a look? Maybe with your powers of sorcery, you'll be able to find something.
I don't think any Kolduns will show up. They're scared of you. Have been for a long time now.
Could be. so we won't sound the alarm yet, right? Besides, what's a good wedding without a Khaldun duel? There was this event in my youth. I was the best man and guarded the wedding. A disgruntled Khaldun showed up. They hadn't invited him, you see? So I gave him a good cursing. He was sick for an entire week after that. But you should look for a curse anyway. We don't want you to be sick.
Did you teach our accordion player any words?
I did. And he whispered them correctly.
I hope he doesn't mix anything up.
What could he possibly mix up? I'll look after him.
Talk to you later, Grandpa. I'll have a look around.
Remember how I taught you to spoil weddings?
Of course I do.
Well, try to find some wool or bean sprouts. You need to dispose of them if some chort left them behind.
All right, Grandpa.
If there's any cursed wool in the bride's way, it will bring bad...
A tady není nic s koněma divnýho. Ani tam nemůžeme jít.
Khalduns often throw in a pod with 9 peas to prevent horses from passing.
Tady jsme taky to už čekli.
You may go on your way.
Ještě tamhle to jsme nečekli.
It turns out the room is noisy because several men decided to kill some time by playing cards. They are so immersed in the game that they fail to notice you.
Hardly anyone visits this part of the house. So this is where the card players decided to hide. Hardly anyone visits this part of the house.
What are you doing here? This is no place for a girl.
Hey, wait! What are you blabbering about? Come in, Vasilisa. Welcome. Long time no see, right? Shh! She's a witch. I know her. Shut your mouth. She'll curse you.
God helps. Samson, you're working on the Zimskaya station, right?
Well, welcome. Be our guest.
Silence, you fool! That's right. From the Urolka station. What are the chances? The bride's parents are old acquaintances of mine.
And I turned out to be a matchmaker. Do you play cards?
Yes, madam. Would you like to join?
I've heard that those who play cards at a wedding will be dragged to hell by demons exactly a month later.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
One of the card players runs away from the table in horror.
What are you scaring us for, Vasya?
Who knows? Maybe I'm not joking.
The card players exchange looks in confusion.
So, are you familiar with the bride's parents?
Her father, when he was still alive, traded salt. He would often visit our region. I told him lots of made-up stories, but he told me a true story about his daughter.
My karty hrát nebudem. A nic víc už tady asi nevymyslíme.
You may go on your way. You look into the pantry near the haystacks and see a ruffled silhouette of a susiedko. He seems to be deep in his thoughts, and he doesn't notice you.
Susiedko je tady.
Greetings, Susiedko kind host.
Oh my, you scared me. Witch, I get rid of you this very instant.
Ano tak.
Wait, I'm the matchmaker. I'm helping the wedding, not spoiling it.
Ah, I see. I thought you won on the cursing sword. I failed to notice in time. I think I saw something the other day, but it wasn't quick enough. The shadow escaped.
I thought that there was no Susiedko here, and that the changeling lock drove you away.
Oh, that was the case. The changeling was strong, so he escaped to my relatives. It was only recently that I could come back.
Are you happy with the bride?
Oh, I am. I feel bad though, as I couldn't keep her away from the curse. I don't have much power in the banya.
Whom did you see? Tell me in details.
The man was rummaging around the haystacks.
I searched the yard, but I couldn't find anything cursed.
So he hid it well. And no, I could tell straight away. He had a frog and a smart face, not like yours, a typical village face.
Wait, a frog? So he was a merchant.
Devil knows. He could play tricks on my eyes better than you. He sneaked up to me and grabbed me by my fur. But that's all right. I had seen enough by then. Take a look in the morning. You'll find it.
The Susiedka advises you to look in the lining of the chest with the bed sheets, which are to be brought into the house of the groom.
I need to go, kind Susiedko host.
Very well. See you soon. See you soon.
Se mi tady nic neotevřelo, takže jediný můžu se tohle stát.
Finally, after the prolonged greetings of the foreign guests, the ritual of drinking to the bride begins. The bride brings wine to everyone, and the guests sit in the traditional order. A dinner is served that consists of many dishes: jellied minced meat, meat soup, fish pie, and calf's head. These are only a tiny portion of all the dishes served. The whole week before the wedding, the bridesmaids and the bride were preparing wailings of grief. Now it's time for songs of praise and glory. Before continuing the feast, you decide to stretch your legs and walk into a decorated room.
Já musím to tady pořádně pročesat.
And she has the blackest book. And her eyes. A true Satan. She looked at me and I sort of froze. She wanted to set her jaw on me. But then I told her, I'll hit you so hard.
What did you tell me?
Ah, sweet mother. Oh, Jesus.
It's me who's going to hit you hard. Or should I send my chort on you?
Oh, Vasia, don't curse him. He was a fool. Don't be strict with him. He used to tease me too when I was with Proshka. I know that you're good. You should be called a witch doctor.
Akulina, was it you who I cured of Ikota?
It was me, Vasilisa. Thank you, mistress.
This chort has no business sitting as an Ikota. Proshka is doing good now. He's traveling with me.
So, he's helping you? Who knew it would turn out so well? This is my friend, Piotr. He's very good with his flute.
Well, it is what it is.
If you tell any more stories like that about me, you won't have any limbs to hold that flute. Got it?
Got it.
So, how are you doing without Proshka?
Oh, I couldn't be happier. The chort doesn't speak from inside me in a scary voice, and the other children don't make fun of me anymore. Thank you, Vasia.
Jo, to je ta, ve který dřepěl to čertisko naše. Ta kočička.
How's your patrol doing? Noticed any more
Nebo teda
goblins?
kocour.
Everything's quiet. I'm on the lookout.
Do you like the wedding?
Oh, it's pretty. And the songs. And everyone is dressed so nicely.
That's rubbish. But Nikolai's uniform looks great. I bet he has a gun at home.
Oh, when I grow up, I'll cry my eyes out. And then I'll live happily.
Okay. Tak. Já nemůžu nikam. Proč mi? Jsme dostali tu napovědu, kam máme koukat. Že se tady přeci jenom někdo motal. Big guy. Okay.
The neighbors of this tall carpenter are lying face down on their plates, snoring peacefully.
Do you think I bored them with my talking? Oh no, that's not the case. In all of Perm Gubernia, there's no man more dashing than me. Well, if it's about carpentry or drinking. Anyway, in all the rest, I'm afraid I'm not that good.
So your axe feeds you?
Yeah, I recently put a blockhouse in Anbor. I'm often hired in this Uyest, if only I was paid as well as I should. I can build whatever you can think of. A boat or a church. My tool is always with me. My loyal axe here.
So no one can beat you at drinking?
I can drink 5 bottles of vodka right now, believe it or not.
With a Zagaver, you use an herb and offer a bet.
Why not?
One cup after another, and you don't feel a thing. The carpenter soon gives up and falls beside his neighbors. You take your winnings.
Trošku jsme podváděli.
Vasilisa Fyodorovna, God be with you. I know I didn't believe you outright, but I was wrong. Oh, thank you, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. I don't know how to thank you. Take some sour cream from our cow. Oh, it was a lucky day when we met you. Oh, Vasilisa, the bride told us about you.
Such a man she got herself, right?
Hush! Do you want to curse her?
Me? I can't curse. Here, Vasia will prove me right, right? But what a man, a soldier. Maybe I should get dragged away by shorts?
Thank you for helping me. I understand that you got this friend quite suddenly.
That's all right. She's a fine girl. Feel like we've known her all these years.
It's a pity she didn't show up earlier.
Aren't you afraid that the bride used to be a changeling?
What's there to be scared about? She's ordinary now.
Things happen in life. It wasn't her decision to become a demon. Such was her fate.
The only one to blame here is her mother.
Oh, she's also suffered her fill with the changeling. God is forgiving.
The feast is not yet over, but it will not continue on without your approval.
Tak to nic víc ani nemůžem. Žádnou kontrolu. Ničeho. OK. Tak musíme pokračovat.
The feast is not yet over, but it will not continue on without your approval. The feast continues, and each of the guests is honored with a song of glorification. After each song, it is customary to thank the singers with some money. Your turn comes. The song begins, "Ty kняжна наша свашенка." When the sound of the choir dies down, a girl with a tray approaches you.
Okay. Budeme štědří.
The eyes of the performers grow wide with surprise. Your generosity is momentarily praised in a song. At the end of the feast, a ritual dish is served. Selyanka, a large baked pudding with eggs. Nikolai deftly cuts a piece of pie and gifts his mother-in-law the customary coins. The feast will go on until morning, but old Yegor convinces you that tomorrow is the most important day. The traveling of the wedding procession to the wedding ceremony. You go home to have a little rest before dawn.
Jo, tak to možná budeme muset prohledávat a řešit až dnes. Mě tam budu posílat ty, který mě okrádají o HPčka a ten, který mi dává vejsta. Ostatníma se asi zvládneme věcma vypořádat.
God bless, Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. I came for you, Vasilisa. I'll get you to Pakcha. And you, Yegor Yevlampovich, will get to Vilgard. Get ready. I'll wait for you at the gates.
Okay.
So, how's the progress going?
Soon they all will be gone. I think we can make it in time.
Tak jdeme.
You reach the bride's izba with the light of dawn. The changeling girl sits under the icons and starts a long ritual of saying farewell to the maidenly headband. The bridesmaids chant, "Ужьясядука, молодёшенька." The bride hands out red satin ribbons to everyone. The bride gives the prettiest one to you. The ritual drags on, and the guests have yet to arrive. The sounds of the last wailings quiet down close to the evening. The bridesmaids begin dressing the bride in the wedding gown, and you decide to look once more for cursed items in the yard while waiting for the guests.
Hey. Plus 15 HP.
You go down into the yard. It looks empty and grim without wedding guests. Not surprising. This roof was home to an evil spirit for many years. You jump from a sudden rustling. You think you heard it coming from one of the haystacks. But which one?
OK, tentokrát něco tady najdeme možná.
There was some noise coming from this haystack. Or was it that haystack? Two dark figures emerge from the shadows.
Aha! We've caught a witch!
Oh, it's Vasilisa.
This isn't a fairy tale. What if I took you for an evil spirit?
Co jste tam vyváděli v té kupce sena? Děcka. I když na svatbách se to stává.
Sorry, Vasia. We were trying to ambush an evil Khaldun, not you.
Mhm.
Someone has been here for sure. We've been watching all night and saw it. He sneaked in and planted an ikota on the wedding.
Oh, Christ in heaven! Not an ikota.
It's all right. I'll protect you. Khalduns have no business cursing weddings.
What Khaldun did you see?
He sneaked in at night. Satan himself, I swear by God.
The gates opened by themselves, and the autumn seals were flying around.
It means chorts were moving it.
And he himself didn't look like a Khaldun. He was dressed as a townsperson.
He started to whisper. It was so fast and so frightening. It was so dark, we almost couldn't see anything.
She likely won't find it by herself.
Stop whistling.
This flute must be good against the Khalduns.
So he ran, and we decided to change our hiding spot in case he'd be back. And you came.
What did that Khaldun do?
He whispered a lot and did something with his hands.
I think he was scattering cursed items.
We'll help you find them, Vasia.
She likely won't find it by herself.
All right, if you want to help, go right ahead. Petka, look in this haystack for a peapod with 9 peas. You, Akulina, look in that haystack, and I'll search the yard. All clear?
Clear. He likely won't find it without us.
All right, Vasilisa.
Tak, pak tady máme novýho. Okay.
Березки да елочки, казачки идут, да гармошку играют, в морозеньку вядут, е-е-е-ой-ра, ой-ра-ра-ра, ой-та-та, та-ра-ра-ра, гармошку играют, в морозеньку вядут, е-е-е-ой-ра, ой-ра-ра-ра, ой-та-та, та-ра-ра-ра.
Okay. Tak. Takneme sem.
Beer. Leftovers from yesterday.
The chest contains snowy white bed sheets for the newlyweds. They must be given to the house of the groom once you go to the izba. You cut into the lining and, to your horror, find something furry inside. You find a dried bear paw that emanates dark sorcery. You hide this new artifact in your bag, as if against your will.
Jo, to je ono. Sousedko, co nám říkal.
The chest contains snowy white bed sheets for the newlyweds. They must be given to the house of the groom once you go to the izba. The chest contains snowy white bed sheets for the newlyweds.
Nic víc, tak podlaha.
You closely inspect the floor. To your horror, you find a patch of burned dog hair. You remove it with a zagavar and throw it away in disgust. Petka suddenly calls out to you.
Vasa, I found it, I think.
I too found some traces of the curse. You and I both have some. What do you have, Aquilina? Well, it doesn't matter if you don't have any.
I found some, Vasa. Also pod.
Quite a few curses. A powerful Koldun is involved here.
The children look at each other worrisomely.
Give me those pods. Who knows what else is our enemy capable of? A curse? Will he summon Chorts? A mortal threat.
You jump from the sudden knock at the gates. The children run inside the house, screaming. After several minutes of bargaining, you open the gates.
Go get your bride upstairs. I need to speak to the Master of Ceremonies.
You seem alarmed, Vasilisa.
I found so many cursed things right now. Someone powerful is trying to curse this wedding.
You tell old Yegor about your discoveries.
You can't stop the wedding now.
But why? Wait, I'll tell Nikolai.
Old Yegor forcefully grabs your arm.
Hold there. Do you want to spoil their wedding? If you stop the procession right now, their whole life could go sideways.
Yes, but what if we're stopped on our way down the aisle? No one knows how all these curses turn out.
That's your task, Matchmaker, to guard the procession against it. If it stops, then yes, only God knows what will happen. Don't bother the betrothed. Do your job, and I will do mine. We'll teach Fechka some zagavars. He may learn something yet.
All right, Grandpa.
Let's go. We need to bless them on their way.
All the guests gather in the izba. After the blessings of Nikolai and his bride, the procession departs to Vilgort, to the Church of the Trinity.
This girl sure is lucky, right?
Yes, few can return from another world. She wouldn't have done it by herself. We helped her. So is the case with the other dead. They can't get back by themselves.
So Kolya wouldn't pull her out without you, right?
Without me or Grandpa, unlikely.
You know, I've been thinking. In a way, you also pulled me out from the grave. If you didn't come that night to the pothouse, Shorts would have killed me.
Yes, I think that's how it happened.
I've heard what the girls in Vilgard have been saying. that you didn't want to become a witch. But you did become one, right? And so I've been thinking, you did it to help your betrothed.
Why would you think that?
You and your grandpa are taking me for a fool, but I see lots of things. The dead men can't go back by themselves, right? I visited lots of evening gatherings. I saw how much you loved him. So I think you decided. Vasia, stop this nonsense. Nothing good will come of it. You brought back that girl, but she never died. She was kidnapped, right? I was quite close to being dead. But your betrothed is dead. Buried.
Quit running your mouth. You don't understand anything.
Wait, don't be angry. I'm not joking. I came close to seeing the afterlife. There's no coming back from there. And your chords constantly beg you for a walk, right? So how many people have you cursed already?
Not so many.
Neprokladali jsme vůbec nikoho.
And what's next? Sooner or later, they'll get hungrier and hungrier and start dragging our souls to the grave. I've listened closely to many stories. Your church will also drag you to hell, along with who knows how many peasants.
Don't judge Khaldoons by the old wife's tales. I'm keeping my chords in check. You're saying my chords will be the death of me. You can't know my fate. And you don't know his fate.
That's right. I don't. But I decided to make my own fate. You have your fate. You heard the troika, so that's your fate. Maybe it wasn't a trick. But I have it differently. You remember how I stole from the shop? It wasn't the first time. I've done lots of similar things. I think maybe I should quit this kind of life. Start a household. I know it's not as fun or exciting.
I could say.
You saved me, so I wanted to ask your advice. You were nowhere after all. What do you think?
Aha, já myslím, že on teďka jakože se pokusí jí zbalit. Ale jo, možná, že už máš čas na to, aby se usadil.
Well, Fietka, I've always told you to abandon your life of pleasure.
All right, I'll try. Old habits die hard. Next thing you'll know, I have my own household.
You better remember these words of yours.
I will. I'm not old enough to have a bad memory.
Fedka grins and flings the reins. Pakcha village is surrounded by mist, and the road to Vilgert lies ahead of you. You think that if someone wanted this wedding ruined, he wouldn't be stopped this easily. You look around anxiously and prepare for the worst.
Okay.
The winding path lures you in with a damp mist and mysterious shadows. What spirits hide behind them? Soon, you get to Cold Creek Ford. Yours and the bride's carts cross the water with a splash, but the third cart isn't so lucky. One of the wheels hits a stone, and all its passengers fall overboard.
Ukáž, já chci to vidět. Jak se tam rozbije. Ten třetí vagón. Teď se nerozbil, normálně přejeli. Odskočím si. Jak?
You look around and notice demon eyes in the dark. Fedka gives you a questioning look. What should you do with the rest of the guests?
Vememe je do našeho.
You hold the horses and give a lift to several nimble guests. The older and slower ones are lost in the mist.
Aha. Tak máme asi zeskočit a pomáhat.
The winding path lures you in with a damp mist. You look around and notice demon eyes in the dark. Fedka gives you a questioning look. What should you do? You hop off the cart and open the black book. Fedka passes the reins and hops off too. You need to depart as soon as possible so as not to fall behind the wedding procession. The musician tries to help fix the cart, but you have something else to deal with. A swarm of chorts flies out of the darkness.
To vysvětlím. Tak jim to vysvětlím. To jsou potravný. Musíme to udělat. Cože? 7 kol. Já také nevidím, ten má taky 6. Jo, oba dva mají po 6. Mělo zabít. Ono ho to zabilo, aha. Jenom to nebylo vidět. A máme novýho. Ach jo. My máme i nový level.
The cart is finally fixed, and you quickly catch up to the procession. The peasants didn't see the chorts, but they noticed you whispering Zagavers. Now they are looking at you and your book with respect.
Tak. Budeme dělat asi větší damage, nebo lepší obranu. Dáme si vyšší damage. Dva hříšky, jo? Pokračujeme. To za chvilku budu mít tolik čertů.
The wedding train reaches the shadows of the gloomy trees of the crooked forest. Strange sounds escape the evening darkness. It appears the mysterious Khaldun cursed this road as well. Your suspicions prove correct. Although you have known this forest since you were a child, the road meets a fork that you have no memory of. Looks like the turn on the right is used more often than the one to the left.
Pojedeme tou pravou, schválně.
Another fork. To the left of you the forest parts, and to the right the road loops back around. Your suspicions prove correct. Although you have known this forest since you were a child, the road meets a fork that you have no memory of. Looks like the turn on the right is used more often than the one to the left.
To on to říká obráceně, ne?
You don't recognize the last fork either. The road to the left looks like it's submerged in darkness, and you see some moonlight above the road to the right. You arrive at another fork. The road to the left lies through a thick forest, and to the right you see a clearing amongst the trees. Finally, the forest is behind you. Vilgert is close, so you decide to take a break.
Tak, provedli jsme nějak někudy, kde to asi nečekal.
Mikhail's crossroads look unfamiliar. You feel as if you have entirely lost your sense of direction. You can't tell north from south. It's as if you are standing at this crossroads for the first time. You decide to resort to sorcery. You quickly whisper the words of the Zagavar and listen.
Mhm. Ježiš, to někde bylo. To někde bylo. tom. O tomhle tom. To je. Chci se dozvědět, někde jsem si to tady četl už o té sekyře a o těch zvonech. Tady někde o tom byla zmínka. Tohle není ono. To jsou příběhy, to bude někde v té encyklopedii. Jo. Tady to taky není. Taky není ono. Sakra, kde to je? Tak kde to bylo? Jo, tady. Soudkov. Akce. Aha. To znamená rakev, jako že se připravuje rakev, OK. A zvuk rolníček. Jasně, že rychle se blížící svatba. To znamená, že by se měl prčet from the right. Bells from the left. To znamená doleva. By jsme měli frčet.
You chose the right way. You make no mistake in choosing the road. This task is right down your alley. The road to Vilgert passes by uneventfully, and you have a chance to rest. Looks like this is the last piece of the road to the Church of the Trinity.
Tak.
Vasilisa, stop the procession!
To nakonec v tom fakt bude mít prsty on. Nebude on, co byl u té jezubaby. Tam.
Alexander, we can't. It's a bad omen.
I suppose I can hide it now. No time to argue. I intend to curse your wedding procession, and I'm willing to see it through.
What? Are you telling me that everything you do is based on science?
I can leave it be, but only if you give me the book.
Že to byl on.
But why do you need to ruin the wedding?
It's simple. I can take this artifact only if you're sufficiently weakened.
If the procession stops, the curse may splash out. Only God knows what should happen then.
Right. You're only saying this so I wouldn't interfere. No such thing will happen.
Listen to me. This is dangerous. Very dangerous.
You can't scare me, Vasilisa. Either give me the book or the procession stops.
So that's how it is in your world. Always playing pretend. You could have helped me with the snake that time.
I wanted to, but you were doing fine on your own, and I wanted to see what kind of witch you were. I did. I think you're as powerful as me. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just need the book.
You know about this? What do you need it for? What are you planning?
Don't stall, Vasilisa. Fight me.
My bychom ho možná mohli dostat ještě na naší stranu, protože tam ta jezubaba proti nám něco jakože určitě chystá, připravuje. Zkusíme vyjednávat.
Listen, let me wed this couple and then we can fight. Why involve the bride and groom?
You won't trick me, Vasilisa. I came especially prepared for this fight. Now when there's a curse around us, we are equal.
No, tak nic, no, tak hold. Mu to budeme muset vysvětlit. Nebo to on vysvětlí zase nám.
I can't give you the book, you know that.
Then it's the only way. Défense-toi!
Stovka. 5 obrany. Ale nejsem omezený. Takže co? Jo a zase budu útočit on on dřív, pokud bude mít míň karet v tom zaklínadle než my. No. Potřebujeme ho zvejstovat. To znamená, vejsta mu dáme. On jde 1 damage, 2 damage a obranu si jde dát. Remove all negative. Aha, jenomže on si dá i... Já potřebuju zaútočit první, protože on si bude dávat... Ne, až druhý bych měl zaútočit, protože on si dá, že bude odebírat všechny negativní staty. Takže klidně ať mi dá asi za 2. Dostanu za 4 max. Ať klidně zaútočí on jako první a potom my mu naložíme. Vyvolávat nějaký fojtajlíky. OK. Tak. Vejstneme ho. Kolik ten má? 6. No tak. To rovnou flakneš jemu. Všechny pozitivní staty mu sebereme. Protože nedostal ani ránu.
Give me the book, Vasilisa, and the guests will be safe.
They have nothing to fear. I'll protect the wedding.
Aha, on má kompletní absorpci, aha. Tak.
I don't want to hurt you, Vasilisa. Not if I don't have to.
You've been lying like the devil himself, and now you want me to believe you?
Jo, aha, my ho nemůžeme odstranit. Unremovable. Takže ten je tam na furt. To znamená, že musíme fakt zmastit jeho prostě. Dáme si nějakou bylinku preventivně.
give up, or the entire wedding procession will be transformed.
Co mám zdávat, když už tě v příštím kole mám?
Not if I stop you first.
14 zápeček. Už se vezeš, kamarády. Tak, a máš to spočítaný. Asi ne. Nebo jo? Jde to, nebo to nevyjde? Tak ještě jedno kolo. Ještě jedno kolo. OK. Ale jako bylo by fajn, kdyby mi ta hra jako dávala víc těch útočných karet.
Alexander's driver notices that his master is weakened and strikes the horses. The carriage drives away. With horror, you realize that his last zagavers weren't directed at you, but at the procession. The horses lose their footing and the first carts overturn with a terrible crash. The world around you turns into a cacophony of screams, both animal and human. Alexander's curse hits the weakened wedding procession and slices through it. Some of the wedding guests turn into wolves and run into the forest. Others have lost consciousness or are injured from the crash. You notice old Yegor and run towards him. Several zagavers later, and your mentor comes to his senses.
Grandpa! Grandpa, you're alive?
Vasilisa! Oh, Jesus, my head hurts.
Wait, I'll whisper a bit.
No time. What's happened to the procession? Was it cursed after all?
Yes, many of the guests were turned to wolves.
Tak jsme ho neporazili. Sakra.
So they were... I wasn't seeing straight. I saw how Fedka was turning.
I'll get that, Alexander. Oh, but what should we do now?
Shush, don't whine. There's no time to think about that lad now. First, we fix the wedding. That's all right. You'll catch the wolves and heal them. Next thing you know, the seal will be broken.
Je fakt, že my vlastně potřebujeme toho vlkodlaka, takže ono to asi to bylo prostě jakože jasný.
How will I find them? Even my chorts may not be able to find the cursed.
We'll find them. I have this old friend of mine, a hunter. He will track them, find out who's missing, and fix up the wounded. Then we'll get ready for the road.
How did they turn into wolves? No one has heard of such thing for 100 years or more.
Well, your friend there cast a strong curse, and then you were right. Fedьka is not very knowledgeable for a best man.
How do I lift the curse?
You need special herb, Cuckoo's tears. It grows deep in the forest, in the Leshy's domain. I think this hunter of mine will give you a hand with the herb as well.
Tak to je mi jasný, že budeme se potýkat s Leshyjema asi.
So Fedьka turned also?
Yes, there is his accordion. At first I thought I was seeing things.
What do we do with the bride and groom now?
They'll manage. I'll teach them a couple of secret prayers.
Who's that friend of yours?
Just a hunter. I'll tell you at home.
Jo, toliko k spokojené a v pohodě ochráněné svatbě.
Your friend, the Ikotnitsa, is lying here. Akulina has lost consciousness. It seems the girl is hurt. Akulina comes to her senses and with difficulty stands on her feet.
Oh, Vasya, have you healed me?
Akulina, you're alive. Oh Lord, oh Jesus.
She's going to be all right now. Akulina, have you noticed where the wolves went?
I haven't. I don't remember anything since I fell. I can't see Piotr anywhere. He must have been turned too.
Your mother will bring you home. Rest there.
All right, Vasya.
Tamhle ještě někdo leží.
Thank you, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. I'll pray for you.
Did you notice where the wolves ran?
Somewhere in the direction of Pakcha. They hid in the forest straight away. I barely had any time to look. I only noticed that several of the bridesmaids turned. The horror! I've heard of such things, but never thought would witness it.
A wounded peasant girl is lying in the grass. Looks like the girl thanks you with a weak voice, but then loses her senses again. At least her life isn't at risk. This is the girl you healed with Adam's head.
All the cards have turned over. Some of them are broken. They are quite easy to fix. The guests, on the other hand...
Vasilisa, my head is dizzy. Where is Nikolai?
I can't see him. Listen.
He's also been transformed.
No nechke, on je taky mínus. Taky z něj vlk.
I seem to be destined to go return to evil spirits.
Don't lose hope. I'll go after him and the rest of the guests. I know I failed at protecting the wedding, but I'll try to fix it.
Looks like you were right about Fedьka. I should have listened to you.
He's not the one who ruined the wedding. That was another Khaldun. That's all right. I'll deal with him. As soon as I get Nikolai back, you'll make it to the church. I'll set your life straight.
I hope that God will help you, Vasilisa.
Some horses have fled. Only the bravest of them all have stayed. They're all so worried. It smells like wolves here.
Tak asi všechno. Asi všechno. Tak se vydáme na
Ready
vlky.
to go back. You can barely stand upright. Vasilisa, get up. It's morning already. We need to hurry while the wolf tracks are still fresh. I told you yesterday about my friend, the hunter. He is a master of his craft. He can track any beast.
These aren't exactly beasts.
And the hunters aren't exactly simple folk. They're knowers of their own sort. Some are friends with a leshy, others know zagavars. This one is called Airat, a smart man. Lives near Cherding.
You think he'll help me?
He will. When you meet him, tell him I sent you. We had a deal. I give him the stuff, and he owes me one.
How do I find the guests?
You and Airat will follow the tracks.
I also need to talk to Alexander.
No point. He must have fled. If I were him, I would stay away from you.
And leave him unpunished? Just give me a couple of seconds. I'll let him swell so much he won't fit into a card.
You want to find him? So be it. Ask around in Alyoshkina village. The talk is that his family is from there. I found this out during my last visit there.
The moment we took on the next seal, the wolves showed up. As if the devil himself arranged it.
I don't know. If anyone helps us, it must be some power from above. Satan can only spoil things, and forces of light wouldn't curse a wedding. Mysterious are his ways. Who knows? Who knows?
You think I can break the curse with the wedding guests?
Only you can find it out.
Where can I find your friend?
Airat lives close to Cherding. You'll learn about him in the town, in the hunting shop there. It's summer now, so he shouldn't be wandering in the woods. To cure the wolves, look for a cuckoo's tears herb. You should find it in the forest. Some herbalists may also have it. Have a look in the town market. And above all, don't forget the seal.
All right, Grandpa.
Jo, to se nám to tady komplikuje. Tak. Ideálně bych potřeboval mít víc těch meaningless jobů. No každopádně my půjdeme i po něm. Jako ne, že ne. Jako. Sem se budeme muset nějak někdy dostat. Hora si sebou vzít nemůžeme, takže půjdeme zase jenom s Proškou. Okay. No, uděláme první krok. Ne, neuděláme první krok, protože tady ještě máme nějakýho tohohle z toho.
Greetings, kind hosts. We bear gifts. A fine rooster for you, which should prove useful for the household.
Greetings. Come sit by the table. Need any help?
Oh, we have a disaster on our hands in our village of Klepnikova. Oh, the things that have happened. We must have made a Leshy angry. Yesterday, a shepherd was looking after our cattle, and a pack of wolves jumped him. Scared halfway to death he was. They wanted to kill him along with the animals, but he threw his accordion at them. He wants to be a musician, and a wolf tore at it instead. The man ran as fast as he could. He barely made it.
I think I can deal with that pack.
Then there is this strange thing. One of the wolves, our shepherd has a sharp eye, was wearing a jacket.
To jsou ty hosti.
Holy Mother, Lord Jesus.
All right, I'll help.
Oh, thank you, mistress. I won't forget it.
Jo. Což znamená jako vždycky. Tak, už tady máme cesty sem. Jasně. Uděláme první ten. Tam se nám udělá save, my si uděláme vlastní save, aby jsme potom, až se do toho zase budeme loup.
Half the village has gathered in front of yesterday's bride. The peasants are violently knocking on the gates. Looks like you've come just in time. The situation is getting hotter with every minute.
No, tady se nám potom udělá pěkně saveík, aby jsme nemuseli opakovat to celé v té chaloupce.
Come out, Agafia! Bring out your girl, that cursed witch!
I'll beat her so hard she'll bring our kin back right away. I heard it's a potent remedy.
Why have you gathered here? It's late. Go back to your homes.
Who are you, girl?
She's a witch from Vilgard. Don't expect kindness from her.
Well, let's beat her first. That'll probably remove the curse from the wedding guests.
Stop! There are no guilty people here. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Never trust a witch. That's what my pa used to say.
It seems that the peasants are hostile. How can I convince them otherwise?
Sin, punishing, innocent.
You're Christian people. Why would you take this sin upon your soul?
Half the village has gathered in front of yesterday's bride.
Come out, Agafia!
I'll beat her so...
Why have you...
Who are you? Well, let's beat her first. That'll probably remove...
Stop!
Never trust a witch.
It seems that the peasants are hostile. How can
my
I
help?
convince them otherwise? You want to beat me? I alone can help you. And the bride? You think she wanted to curse her own groom? She wanted to get married as soon as possible. Why would she hurt her guests? She didn't transform the procession. Some man did it. Many people saw it. Ask those who weren't turned.
All right. We believe you this time. But you better bring back my son.
I'm going to lift the curse. Soon everyone will be at home.
After discussing your arguments, the peasants disperse. One old lady even blesses you and gives you some milk. The bride opens the gates and thanks you for your help.
Tak zkusíme něco, co bude trochu klidnější.
While hurrying to Vilgard, you walk onto the main road and see a dark whirlwind coming your way. In a moment, you realize it to be a short swarm and open the black book.
Tak, to bude přesně ono. Tady si uděláme save. A příště začneme hnedka pěkně soubojíčkem. Tak. Tak jo, přátelé, musím to tady zabalit. No, tak dneska se tak úplně, nebo takhle, ten příběh se jako odvíjí dál a všechno hezky a v pohodě, ale jakoby ten příběh se nevyvíjí moc hezky. Nějak se tam jakože v něm extra nezadařilo. Pokazila se nám svatba a přesně z toho doktora, který jsem si říkal a podezříval jsem ho, že možná něco peče s tou druhou čarodějnicí tam, s tou jezubabou, tak přesně z něj se vylíhnul nakonec takovej nějaký druhý kaldun. Nějaký. zloun. Tak uvidíme, jak to nakonec dopadne. Každopádně to musím zabalit. Přátelé, vám všem děkuji za návštěvu. Nezapomeňte sledovat nadpis vypnutého streamu. Předpokládám, že zítra, nebo předpokládám, je velká možnost, že zítra bude možná úplně day off, nebo opět až takhle jakože později, až někdy k té 10., že to možná na chvíli zapnu. Asi nebudu moc stíhat, tak uvidíme. Takže sledujte nadpis vypnutého streamu, když by přišel nějaký day offík, nebo ještě pozdější stream než dneska, tak bych to tam když tak nějak snad zavčasu napsal. Pro teď všechno. Všem vám děkuji za návštěvu, přeju vám krásnou dobrou noc a u dalšího streamu zase. Ahoj.